Saturday, June 8th, 2013 at 10:30 a.m. I'm standing at the intersection of Park Street and First Street in Ocean Point. This is the view up Park Street, heading eastward across the intersection. The purpose of this is to show a drainage problem that we have here at our cottage at 11 First Street, just down the hill, 2 houses. The cause of the flooding is seen right here. Every time there's a halfway decent heavy rain, we see this phenomenon of the water coming from I don't know where, flooding across, streaming across Park Street here in front of the Anderson cottage on Park Street at the corner of First Street. The water's coming either down the hill, well, it's coming down the hill, that's for sure. Anyway, it may be coming down the hill along Park Street, or it may be coming back through these properties, not sure. But you can see the water flowing here across Park Street, and you can see all of the water here in the yard of the Serzens, S-Z-E-R-S-Z-E-N cottage at the corner here of Park and First. I'm not going to attempt to walk across there. I don't have boots on. But this water is going down across their lot. I might add while I'm walking that it's 10:30 now. The rain probably stopped around 9 a.m. this morning. When I got up at 6 a.m. or so, the water was streaming much heavier than it is right now. But nonetheless, it's still streaming down. Now, I'm walking on the Serzens driveway. They're at number 15 First Street. And here's where the water is crossing the driveway. I say that because behind me, the first 30 feet or so of their driveway is pretty dry. So the water is flowing here. You can see motion in the far puddle there, and streaming right here. And how it affects underneath the Serzen cottage, I don't know. But what happens is the water comes out the other side. I'm walking across the Serzens' front yard now, which is dry except for the wet grass. Here, by the way, is the town drain, which is very busy this morning. Water coming off the hill through the system. The water goes under the Serzen cottage, comes out here. You can see it along here, and continuing down to our driveway at 11 First Street. You can see the water streaming across our driveway. And believe me, this was much heavier a couple hours ago. The water flows across our front yard, which I won't walk on now because it's almost a swamp, and gathers here around the corner of our house and goes underneath our cottage. And you can see it streaming down here, and the motion of the water as it goes under our house, our cottage, flows under the cottage and comes out the other side. Now, you can see the water still coming out at the other side of our cottage. As little as an hour ago, there were large puddles right there just around the lily plants, which have drained pretty quickly since the rain has stopped, but nonetheless the water continues to flow. And this is a constant, repeatable process. Happens every time it rains heavily. And I don't know if this will come out, but I'll try to get a shot of what's under our cottage. Lots of water from the other side. Perhaps not in the movie, but I can see the water streaming from the other side down under our deck, also under the cottage, but mostly it's under the deck. And there is a drain pipe from under our cottage over in this corner that connects to a drain pipe that's underground over there. But that is either backed up, broken, or if it needs cleaning out, I'm not sure what. But if the drain pipe were clean and if it were working, that would stop this flow and would drain the water from under the house more quickly. But that's not the solution to the problem. That would drain the water more quickly is all it would do. We would still have the flooded front yard as we have now. We would still have the water flow after every halfway decent rainstorm. I would guess this happens 6 to 10 times a summer from May 15th to Columbus Day, where we have this kind of flooding. The real solution, in my opinion, is to put a drain from a point about halfway across our driveway where the water is flowing, underground to the street where there is the town's storm drain pipe, and to tie into that to drain off all the water before it gets to our front yard. Just one possible solution.